This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Friday, March 14th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana University Health and the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center are rolling out a new tool to help detect lung cancer. A 40-foot truck with a CT scanner on board launched last week, marking what the health system says is the first mobile lung screening program in the state. Dr. Nasser Hanna is leading the effort.
The lion's share of work that we're doing will be in the rural communities. We've identified about 20 rural communities throughout the state, and the characteristics that define these communities is there's no fixed lung screening program in their area. They have a high rate of being eligible for lung screening, and they have a high incidence of lung cancer.
Hanna says the mobile unit will provide about 2,000 scans this year. Two nonprofit electric cooperatives have teamed up to acquire the St. Joseph Energy Center, a natural gas plant in New Carlisle. Indianapolis-based Wabash Valley Power Alliance and Bloomington-based Hoosier Energy did not disclose their financial investment in the acquisition. The plant's 25 employees will all be retained. Label manufacturing company Marathon Labels is celebrating its move into a larger facility in Fort Wayne. The company spent around $1 million on the new 10,000 square foot building and says the space will allow it to increase capacity, expand product offerings, enhance testing capabilities, and add about 10 jobs. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
In a case that Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita says is reflective of a frequent timeshare scheme of Mexico-based criminal organizations, a travel company purportedly based in Jasper is accused of fraud and identity theft. Here's Gary Dick.
The Attorney General's office, in a lawsuit, accuses GoGo Travel Consulting of falsely representing itself as an Indiana licensed real estate broker as part of a scheme to dupe the owners of timeshares in Mexico. According to the lawsuit, a company representative saying he was the broker reached out to a pair of Arizona residents about leasing their timeshare in Mexico. He purportedly deposited funds into a bank account for the benefit of the Arizona couple and provided a statement from a Mexican tourism office and a bank transaction receipt. But both statements were bogus. A subsequent statement, purportedly from the tourism office, said the Arizona couple then needed to pay fees for the rental of their timeshare. The couple became suspicious, the lawsuit said, and asked for photo verification and identification. When the company representative said that doing so would violate GoGo travel policy, the couple contacted the actual broker, who was unaware of the identity theft. Subsequent investigation found the phone number listed on the website for GoGo Travel Consulting is a spoofed IP address registered to a pair of Mexican nationals, and the company itself has never resided at the Jasper address it provided to register as an Indiana business. The Attorney General is asking the court to dissolve the Indiana Corporation and prohibit its representatives from undertaking any further activities. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Governor Mike Braun signed an executive order today directing the Indiana Commission for Higher Education to review Indiana colleges and universities' policies regarding anti-Semitism and their responses to any acts of anti-Semitism following the October 7, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. The order comes days after the U.S. Department of Education sent a warning to dozens of higher education institutions, including Indiana University, saying they may face unspecified sanctions for failing to protect Jewish students under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Our partners at the IBJ have sought additional clarity from the governor's office regarding how it defines and what it considers to be acts of anti-Semitism. Agriculture producers across the United States are showing continued optimism about their farm operations. That's according to the latest Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer. Michael Langemeyer with Purdue says there are some reasons for the rise in farmer sentiment.
We certainly have some expected payments coming from reconciliation in December for field crops, and so that's helpful. But also, corn and soybean prices, as we noted in the report, are stronger. Particularly corn prices are stronger than what they were last December and earlier in the fall. And so there is some reasons why the index of current conditions is higher, but I did not expect it to rise as much as it did.
However, nearly half of the survey's respondents said they believe a trade war affecting U.S. ag exports is likely or very likely. Larry Hall, the chief curator of the Jim Irsay collection, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.